What's up, good people? Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. Forgive me, I am a little bit tired, a little bit exhausted, a little bit worn out, a little bit drained. And this was truly one of those beautiful, ugly as shit days. I busted a hump from Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and all day today. I was up before 6 o'clock this morning. Got back, just unloaded some of the stuff that we had to unload tonight. And finished getting that stuff put away. And I'm tired. I'm tired of the Dallas Cowboys in January. We had an incredible, wonderful day tailgating. I enjoyed it so much. Oh my God. Meeting, all of the great people that we met, hanging out, partying, live streaming before the game. We kept like 800 people throughout the tailgate doing 3 7-foot subs. 3 7-foot subs, and seeing all that food go out of there. All that pulled pork that I slow roasted on Friday, hand picked yesterday, and seeing it hand to mouth was a beautiful thing. I don't know how many people we had there. We had probably about 100, 125 or so. We had everything down pat. We had the hot chocolate, we had the coffee, we had the patio heaters, we had the television. We had a great time before the game. And that game was ugly. And this is my game ball. This is my end of the night talk about the team. Game ball. It's hard to give a game ball when a team gets trucked, gets run over, looks like ass. You would have thought that the Commanders were headed to the playoffs as the 5th seed, and the Dallas Cowboys were ready to end the season and maybe fire their coach. That's the way it looked like from where I was. Now, it's hard for me to judge everything. One, I don't see as well as I used to. And looking at everything on the field, I can't see the players. They're jumbotrons, not like Dallas where you got, 60 yards of screen. You got these little baby screens and stuff on there. The place is literally a dump. The seat I was sitting in was in tatters. And you look at this place needs to be imploded. But tonight, that place was rocking. And actually, if I'm going to give a game ball, I'm going to give a game ball to the Commanders, who came out there knowing that their season is over, maybe the end of Dan Snyder, came in there and bitch slapped the Dallas Cowboys like we did on that 1-15 year. You have to give the Commanders credit because they beat the Eagles too. They beat the Cowboys. 2 big wins. I don't know that there's 2 bigger wins than that out there right now. But our Cowboys failed. I don't know why it is that Dak Prescott has got the Matthew Stafford-itis this year, where it just ends up being pick sixes. But I sit here and I look, and Dak, terrible pass. But if you look and say, we lost because of Dak's pick six, that game was already lost. We failed. We failed in so many areas. We failed in special teams big time, where we fumbled the punt, got tackled, and you give the short field to a rookie quarterback. Mind you, Rio, remember what I told you back when I went to your training camp with you, that Sam Howell was the best quarterback you had on the roster. The stupid thing is the fact that instead of, when you decided to go away from Heineke, you went back to Carson Wentz. Imagine if you had had Sam Howell in there instead of Carson Wentz last week. The fact that he didn't throw 3 interceptions like Carson Wentz did, you might have had a chance in that game. You might be in the playoffs. But be that as it may. Special teams, punter, fumbles a snap, first drive, gives Washington a short field, 20-yard line? I couldn't tell exactly, but they get a score. Next go round, Turpentine fumbles a fair catch. Boom. There we go. Another turnover. You can't keep giving the ball. Now, granted, the defense was playing pretty good for most of the part until they just got tired in the end because the offense couldn't do shit. I don't think we had more than 120 yards the first half. You'll look at the stat lines and you'll see 14 completions from Dak out of 34 or something like that. But he was helped out on that by the amount of drops. I don't know how many times they targeted Noah Brown. And this is where, Kellen Moore, you're a freaking jackass. When we played the Titans, almost every time to a man. Now, we always say run the ball. We run the ball, then, of course, we kill them because the run's not working. But you got to mix it up some. Against the Titans, we ran the ball almost every time on first down, getting 1 or 2 yards. Or getting a holding penalty or something. Seemed like almost every time we did the same thing. And a lot of times we ran it on second down too. And we end up with 3rd and 6, which isn't necessarily bad. But on a night like this, it just didn't work. Couldn't run the ball. Couldn't catch the ball. Noah Brown. Noah Brown is Clifford Franklin from the Replacements. Sorry. I don't understand why we had so many routes to Noah Brown unless the defense has figured out double cover CD. Leave Clifford Franklin open because he will more than likely drop it. We talk about Dak Prescott's turnovers, but you got to talk about Noah Brown's drops. I am sick of seeing Noah Brown's drops over and over and over again. And it felt like you would have thought that Noah Brown was the number 1 receiver by the amount of times that we kept trying to go to Noah Brown. Now, shout out to Tony Pollard. I believe he got over 1,000 yards for the season. It's a great job. But as a whole, and I don't have the stats, I haven't had time to look at the stats, I'll do that tomorrow. But we couldn't run the ball very effectively. We could not run the ball very effectively. Receivers couldn't catch, and it seemed like this. And maybe, again, like I said, I just got home. I didn't watch the game, on TV and seeing the replays and stuff. But it felt like we kept doing the same thing over and over again. The pick 6 was the same pass route that we threw the play before. Or we at least threw it to the exact same area. It seemed like we did 2 deep routes, first to Noah Brown, then to CeeDee Lamb, back to back. There's almost no rhyme or reason to the play calling that Kellen Moore does. He either has great play calling or just shit calling. In the end, the players have to make the plays. And if the guys that's had not dropped so many passes, maybe we've got a few more first downs. And maybe if we got a few more first downs, we might have been able to go down the field. And maybe if we been able to go down the field, we wouldn't have wore out the defense, and the defense wouldn't have given up so many points. See, the problem here is everybody will focus in tomorrow on Dak Prescott's pick six, which I will say was horrible, terrible. It was bad. It was a stupid throw. Stupid. What a bad throw. Stupid throw. But that's not the only problem we had. Zach Martin put it the way it's supposed to be. If we play like this, we will be home next week. Flat out. My hope is right now that the Dallas Cowboys are on that jet going back to Dallas and that they're soul searching and trying to find a freaking answer. Because that was some horse shit. Because, you know, you had Cowboy fans like me. Believe me, I met them from New Jersey, from South Carolina, from Fort Worth, from Dallas, from California, all over here to root and cheer for this Dallas Cowboys team. To be loud and proud. There were more Cowboy fans in that place than there were Washington fans. And we've been thirsty. We have been hungry. We have been there supporting, defending, holding the line, spending our money. And that's what we get to end the season, going into the playoffs? Nah, bro. That's some bullshit. You stunk up the play. There is no other way to put it other than you stunk up the joint. Now, maybe we're in an alternate universe because, you know, I'm a guy who's got the glass half full. Because this season hasn't made sense. The normal things that happen with the Cowboys just don't happen. Normally you use Tyron Smith, Dak Prescott gets sacked 8 times in a game. You can't run the football. Normally, the Cowboys lose their starting quarterback. They end up losing all their games. You end up having Cooper Rush. You go 4-1. It doesn't make sense letting go a receiver like Amari Cooper and basically you're replacing his production with a Noah Brown and an unhealthy Michael Gallup and still end up being 12-win team, matching the record you had last year. Last game of the year, I think we rolled, we blew out. We thought we were hot shit going to the playoffs. And we got bitch slapped by the 49ers. Maybe Cowboys losing the momentum of having a 2-game win streak that got bitch slapped will wake up tomorrow hungry, pissed off that they look so bad, angry that they couldn't beat a Commanders team with nothing to play for. And maybe they'll take that out on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The crazy thing is, Cowboys are a 3.5 point favorite going into Monday night against Tampa Bay. Makes no sense to me. But hey, what do I know? I'm a guy with a day job and a voodoo doll. And it's crazy. But I'm going to end this. I'm going to be happy that I got a chance to see my Cowboys this season, that they are headed to playoffs for back-to-backs, first time in forever. Because now, all that shit that happened doesn't matter from here on out. It doesn't matter. Cowboys, just like the other 6 teams in the NFC, you got one shot, one opportunity. It's a 1-game season every week. You either win and you go on, or you lose and you go home and sit on the couch. It's up to you, Cowboys. You got the players. I don't know if you have the coaches, because I look at the coaching, say you guys failed them. But watching that game tonight, it just felt like maybe it was finding out that the Giants were going to be starting their third string quarterback, that basically they knew there's nothing to play for, because that's the way it looked like when they were out on the field. They had nothing to play for. Yeah, it's going to be a long week until the playoffs. I can tell you that. Whew. Shout out to everybody who came to the tailgate. You guys made this freaking incredible. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. And I'm tired right now. I am real tired. Just remember, tell the people you love them, because you might not get the chance again. And I love you guys. And I appreciate you guys being here to listen to me bitch and moan. There's no time to go ahead and think about this loss. We got to start thinking about Tampa Bay and Tom Brady. Peace out.